morning, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages. Welcome to the Welded Life live stream. I am your host, Welded Life, coming to you live from sunny My Wife's Craft Room here in wacky and wonderfully wild, while wistfully wasteful, the wondrous Western Kentucky. Welcome, wasteland wanderers, to what I will wager walks willingly and wantonly to weird whereabouts, when wishing worthwhile wages were working their way within reach. We here, with the Welded Life watchings, want to wet your whistle with warped wells of wisdom. Welcome, one and all. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending on where you are on the spinning ball of water and dirt. And I have a special treat for everybody that shows up today. We'll go back and revisit here and there. But for the viewers who come along after the fact, before we'll treat y'all to that now. I'm going to go ahead and give a good props to the Stupendium, who is the purveyor of the intro music that you know and love from the Welded Life live stream. He's got a lot more. Go check him out on YouTube. It's The Stupendium. TheStupendium. At YouTube. Go check him out. He's pretty awesome. He's got more than just that. He's got a lot of original music on there. At least I think it's original. I assume it's original. But it's great stuff. Go check him out. And he also does live stream on games too. And he plays a lot of different games. Just whatever he's feeling the need for. Alright, now, as many of y'all know, I had surgery. And this is what my hand looks like post-surgery. I took the bandage off and cleaned the wound, cleaned it lightly. Whew. That's what she looks like. Oh, look, we've got somebody who wants the band hammer. Oh. And here I thought, let's see. Let's go ahead and report you. If I can just get my stuff to work here. Here we go. Always taking time. And that's just like that there band. I guess we need to go look for bots this morning. Well, maybe not. But there you have it, folks. There's the carpal tunnel surgery. They're going in and the swelling's come down quite a bit. I'm rather pleased with how much the swelling has reduced. We have changed the dressing a couple times now, just to make sure there's clean dressing on there once a day. It's not seeping or what they call weep. The wound is not weeping, which is a good sign that it's healing up and closed up. And here in 2 weeks, I'll go and have them take the stitches out probably. That's why they said check up in 2 weeks. Now, these might be the dissolving stitches where they'll eventually just, after so long, pop on their own. But I don't know. I do not know. So we'll look at that some more for those who are interested. And let's see. And we'll go get us some Fallout started on here. Oh, I forgot I couldn't pull up Steam before I started. Ugh. Had my little cousins, the 5 and the 6-year-old over this weekend. It was fun. They painted and crafted, and they wanted to go yard selling, so we took them out yard selling so I could find them some cheap toys. And they were just over the moon. Uncle Weld had his deep pockets of they're not really deep pockets, but but I like to pretend when they're here that they can get some things. And they did really good. They weren't fighting and carrying on like I do from time to time. They behave themselves very well because they know that's what's expected of them over here. They don't act a fool. All right, let's see. Well, maybe here. Okay, maybe. There it goes. It'll show up for y'all here in a second. I don't know why it does that. It only lets it engage from like right there, right at that point. All right. Refresh the chat to make sure I can see anybody new showing up. Utility. Gotta get that freebie. And it's a lunchbox today, alright. We are at rank 51. We're over halfway there. Our next thing we're going to get is 2,500 caps and that blue shipping container for our camps. That's been pretty neat. So let's get to it. Let's get crack-a-lackin'. I should have probably looked to see if... Probably should have looked to see if anybody else was on playing. I can go look at Discord, I guess. Be sure to check out Miss Ziggy. It's MRSZIGGY on the Twitch. Because she is on and streaming. And usually I go say hi to her before I get on. But, I forgot this morning. I usually do. I was considering not streaming because I'm very tired. Even with my narcolepsy medicine in me, I feel very drained. Weekend full of kids and trying to heal at the same time, I guess. I guess that's what it is. Oh, is that Deathclaw Island I'm on? Yes, that's Deathclaw Island. I've never been on the bad side of the Crater Raiders. They just don't let me do missions up there anymore. But, if you're going for overall amount, you can't ever get to the two together up there in Crater, so it doesn't matter. You can get two as long as you get them both where they're happy with you before you do the final gig on the primary quest. Not to ruin that for anybody, but if you're this far along now. Let's go on the Rusty pick. Make sure I get all the stuff I need first. We are going to be working on apart from getting the daily stuff done and all that, we're working on cleaning up modules, or getting all the modules and legendary stuff we need. Alright, I've got some stuff to get rid of. Let's go get rid of it first. If XQX fly. Let's see. Anything that needs to go for real, for real. Heavy metal left arm. I'm going to need a right arm to go with that, and that'll be the right arm. So I do have the full set. I just need to get rid of that. Single action revolver. We'll get anti-armor single action revolver. I don't need that. And I don't think it would sell for anything, would it? Let's double check. Let's go to fed76.info. So a price check on the single action revolver. With anti-armor. Well, let me pull that out of there because they obviously want to use that real quick, and I'm going to stand back and let them. Let's pull that up and take a look. Let's take a look, see. And for that, y'all need to see what I'm dealing with here. Fed76.info. And you just go to the top there, you'll click the price checker and come on down and start filling in each category number of stars. So, a single action revolver, anti-armor, and ignores 50%. 50% VATS hit chance, and it breaks 50% slower. There's a little demand for such item, blah blah blah, script it's what I heard. So, instigating minigun, that's no good. Executioners, cursed shovel. And single action revolver. Chameleon robot, left arm. Mutant slayers, heavy raider, left leg. Zealot, sturdy raider, chest piece. Well, I'm not really going to be doing the raider style look with this, so let's go ahead and let's come back for some more. And it is Monday and I don't have enough caps yet. Let's look at our challenges. Visit shelter. Use photo mode to take a photo. Kill a cultist. Oh, okay, well. Let's, photo gallery. I'm going to get rid of some while we're here. That's a good one. That's okay. I'll leave that one. That one's that's pretty good. Those, you need to be on the lookout for those. I accidentally tried to kill this one, and he kicked my ass. Of course, I was like level 3. This was going to be a story I did with my character. I may still do it with the pictures. Who knows? Let's see. I don't remember why I took that picture. That's with my graphics turned down. All that blue in the background. can watch him move, and the trees sway just a little. It's a good looking. They're good looking. Those high up shots just look good on that. That one's all right. That's a good one. There's a fungus among us. That. Oh, there's been big news. The Georgia Guidestones that I had made my big hullabaloo over about the next game for Fallout. They magically, one of them blew up. One of the pillars blew up down there. Huh. And then the next day they were just going to tear it down. It was they were planning on tearing it down. It's like the Old Bailey in V for Vendetta. They got a grand send-off, I guess, right? Do a little fireworks, you know. Nothing shady there, folks. Nothing shady there. But that'll be my YouTube channel. I think we're going to go to a YouTube format and do this a couple days a week and do that a couple days a week. And we're going to talk about the conspiracy theory stuff. Alright, this is all the Allegheny Asylum. What is this? This one is deleted. What's that same graveyard from before? The big critter there embedded in the rock is interesting. Freddy Fears, House of Scares, which doesn't rhyme. I don't know why they did that. This one's just a great shot. I loved it. Greetings from West Virginia and the medical supplies, Braxton Medical Supplies. My first duet, you know. Somebody just decided to show up and, you know, hang out in my camp. This is the early Sell It Shack. I don't know who this one is, that person was, but that's when I was still wearing the plague doctor mask all the time. I wanted to get some randos of work behind. Oops, somebody caught me on the toilet. How about that? If you follow the game progression and you make your way over to a certain house along the lakeside, you'll find a way to that. That's not necessary. Nor is that. That's just a picture of Power Armor. I don't know who. Somebody had that set. There's the full Chally the Moo Moo costume. That's not mine. Somebody else had it on. I just had to get a picture and they let me take a shot. Camden, me in my dress. There we go. Colorful clown. I had to give the sad clown playing the piano because there's something about the opera with the sad clown that makes you just kind of... I don't know what the last letter was they guessed because there's only 6 letters written down. And there's 7. 2 legs, a torso. 2 legs, torso, 2 arms, a head and a neck. So it's like you've got one letter that was picked that's not there. But L, O, V, and E are not there. So love is probably the word. I'm going to make an educated guess. And just for those of y'all who do play Hangman, always try to pick something that doesn't have any repetitious letters in it. If you're, no matter how long it is, you may have to, but you know, try to avoid repetitious letters if you can get away with it. that's a little area I need to visit at some point, and you can almost see like a angry face, two eyes, and like some buck teeth there, and a frown almost. I need to go take a look at there because something looks like this was. There's a knife in the map here where you find this. I don't remember where it's at, but it's interesting. Your center map is way over here. Instead of going 1 to question mark, they've got a small grid. Your 0 is here, and it's literally 7 through 21, 22, 23. No, 23. Alright. There's part of your story. And that's what the board looks like when you're done with it. You can get all your pieces together. Let's see. That's 79. Let's scroll on down to some more of the more recent stuff where I've taken some pictures that were more frivolous. I need to get McMule and my son on here at the same time so I can move some stuff back over to sell some more. But Crocolosis. We'll keep those just because that can go away. I was just having to take photos. Super Mutant. It wouldn't let me do that one. For those of you who don't know, this is not probably what you think it is. This is not somebody cooking a meal by their tent. This is a story of an addict. Confessions of an Addict is the holotape you get here. So most likely that spoon is a drug reference. So just so you know. There is something here I've tried to get. It's on the walls there. You can see it in the black on there. It looks maybe a skull, but I don't. This is the Lucky Hole Mine, as I recall. There's something to that. And the Blackwater Bandits or anything. I don't know any of them those that were supposed to be here. You don't do any venturing here for Rose in regards to the old guard of raiders that formed from Top of the World. Yep, homeless soldier. That's my 4th of July photo I took. Just to kind of celebrate the Sell It Shack a little bit. Oh, looky there. There I am. This was an awesome build somebody did. I mean, just freaking awesome. I had to get a picture of it just because it was so awesome. And how often are you going to see those two standing side by side? Well, when you're in the end of the world, I'd imagine that a lot of things come together. Assuming that, you know, it's the end of the world and not just the end of the U.S. Like, we don't have... Here's a thought, and this is theory for the day. What if the bombs fell? We know what happened in the U.S. via the Fallout games because that's what happened. And we know that the radio contact overseas, like China, because of the encounter with, who was it? The Shangzi ship that you find in Fallout 3, and you know that the Shi of Fallout 1 or 2, was it 1 or 2? It's 2 of Fallout 2. You know that they lost all connection overseas with their home base. What if their equipment was geared so that they'd only receive on certain wavelengths, and the rest of the world just had enough of the United States? I mean, when you do the what is it? The Mothership Zeta in Fallout 3. You only get a look at one side of the planet. It doesn't necessarily look like the whole thing ruined. I mean, there would be some fallout sweep across via the trade winds and whatnot, the jet stream. What if America's only here by itself like it is in Canada and Mexico? Because they wanted to cut this continent off from the rest of the world because of the shit they were doing. Just a thought. I might delve into that. I'm gonna write that down. Fallout 76 Theories and Madness. S.A. Destroyed World Around. And they just okay and goes on. I'm going to delve into some lore on that because I think that might be an interesting one to look into, and I think it's very feasible and very doable. People have already done the lore videos. I can already sample the stuff I need via other streams. I can just record it off of that, and I'd be able to go and record it myself. I just don't want to feel like taking the time to do it. It sounds so awful when you say it that way. Yeah, that looks real friendly. That is a lie. This is the big lie right here. This is a big lie. This is somebody trying to be incendiary. I like the old ad stuff. I don't know why I took that picture. That's in one of the super mega mansions. Of course, me and who was it that got up there with me? I was helping somebody. Maybe it was Jay. I don't remember. Somebody. I was helping them out, and they had to go up there in Hornwright Estates to get the stuff for the next part of their mission. Hey, Jay, what do you say? Subscribed? Oh man, that ain't necessary. But you feel free to. I guess I ought to get in the. I will get in the live stream, which is private now. It was me on the plane. It was you. I thought so. Speak of the devil. It's like I go find that picture of us standing on that. It's not really a plane. There's a name. There's something that they call them. I can't remember what they call them. And it's just yeah. Well, you're welcome to if you're able to. You're welcome to join. Just join the live stream green room and let me know that you're going to be there, and that way I can drag and drop you on down into the regular thing, the regular chat. This prevents the captain from getting in directly and screaming in my ear and surprising me. All right. I assume you got all your computer issues worked out. I'm clearing up some old photos myself. Kurt Wilson. This one here, I thought Agent Kurt Wilson. What was his name? I thought this for a second was something to do with Fallout 4 and the Valentine, the copied memory of the detective and the synth, Gen 2 synth, or the Gen. It would be Gen 3. I don't know what gen it was. Oh, your new Wi-Fi is what it was. Okay, that's what it was. See, I remember there was something to do with your computer. I couldn't remember what it was, but I was close. I get credit. I get at least partial credit for that. Maybe not a passing grade. Yeah, I thought this one had something to do with that because I saw him, and so no, this is something else. This is Curtis Wilson escorted the Justice done. BAD TFL cracks case. Firearm smuggling ring busted. Agent Curtis Wilson, we got it done. Get her done. The crowd outside the federal office building was audibly impressed as the BAD TFL agent Curtis Wilson escorted the apprehended gun runner into the secured holding facility. This closes the chapter on the long-running story of the illegal arms, which have, until very recently, continued to evade the BADTFL, despite the ongoing efforts of law enforcement. Agent Wilson is quoted as having said that he believes this to be the culmination of the efforts across various teams and departments whose coordination and teamwork really made all this possible. Something as the raid was carried out. That's all you get. Oh, this is the dude that Jersey kicked the crap out of. He's a member here now too. It's either your router or they just have shitty service. I took some good photos. Rid of that. I still believe there's more to that. Astro Panda, Rowan, Seneca. And I have a firm belief that some of these photos that you find have more meaning, like this one here. Either looks like which vault is it? Oh, there's a vault here that looks like that, and there's also what kind of looks like the one over at. No, it doesn't. Yeah, this is a picture of the vault. One of the vaults. It's. Oh, test your metals up? Hell yeah. Oh, it came and gone. It had came and gone. Okay, well, knowing that the metal dome is a thing, I will have to do the test your metal more because I need to finish it up. Oh, Lord. Alright, so let's go. We're going to get visit shelter, kill cultists. Let's go kill cultists. And we're going to go down to... No, they're not going to be there. We will have Kanawha County Cemetery. We'll go over there. There's plenty of cultists over there to wet our blades in their blood. Over there, so to speak. So you get the nice picture. And thank you for the subscribe, Jay. You don't have to do that. Just because I'm affiliated doesn't mean you need to do that. But I appreciate it. If by the end of this month, if I hit my 15 sub points, since I've got 3 out of 15, if I hit that, I'm going to make somebody a custom item. And there will be a shop. Nothing huge. I'm not building somebody a set of power armor. I'm not a power armor frame or nothing like that, but a little small something or another to say thank you to whoever. It'll be a random drawing. I'm not trying to push for that because I don't. Oh, obviously it doesn't really matter to me because I don't have any money, any banking tied to this. But I do at some point want to turn all that money over to a charity, and I'm not sure what to do with that charity. Okay, well, we're this far up and there's nothing. Okay, so they're all dead. Fantastic. Well, that takes care of that. Man, all these glasses in this picture, they were all drinking the Kool-Aid. Ba-da-ba-ba-da-ba. on to the next site. I just happened to hear. Do I have it turned up all the way? That's why I almost barely didn't hear him. Almost barely heard him. Barely didn't. Oh. Sorry, my English is bad today. You get English or bad English? Guess what you're getting today? Let's see here. Not. Fine, we'll go to Lucky Hole Mine. Seriously, there's something else here? Whatever. We're out. I have a Fallout theory. But, before I do that, desktop. Let me go to the desktop. You got to see, it's covered right now. But I've got a picture, a nice little picture of my post-surgery. Right there. There's the cut on my hand right there. And yeah, of course, there's one also up there on my thumb you can't really see. I can't really see the cut. There's where I nicked myself the other day. Yeah, it looks a little open there, but it's not, I promise. And it's healing nicely. All this black blood up through that crusted up, it's gone now. I got to clean it. I would change the bandage that day. That was a couple days ago. Not really supposed to, but I've got to take a shower and actually clean it the other day. So that was very nice. Be able to take a shower, not have to worry about this thing over my head. I can kind of lightly wash it. Oh, ready with me. All right, now let's get up here. Oh, we're about 1,600 away. I can loot wood 1,600, less than 1,600 more times. All right, let's. Alright, now we gotta go break stuff down. Alright. Maybe I just sit in the green room until other people show up. I'll give Metal encourage the captain to show up. Alright, I want to turn around and go break that stuff down, but it's like, ugh. Subscribe with Prime. What is subscribing with Prime? You have like an Amazon Prime thing that lets you do whatever? Fragmentation mine, event heart of the swamp, don't care about that. But we need to be fairly quick in here. some lead while we're down here. We're not going to do the full run because I don't need the full run, nor do I want the full run. You got the excavator armor. It's a beautiful time. Yeah. Better folks than you have tried. Remember when Fallout 3 was difficult for me back when I first started playing these kinds of games? I didn't really have the full grasp of all of it. Now it's just like, I'm just gonna go. Yeah. Scooby-Doo, shot them up. I'm gonna break this stuff down, head back to camp, visit my shelter for the easy points. Then we'll see what else we gotta do today. Oh wait, I gotta go. The hand is a little touchy. Oof. Blackbird was the plane. Sorry I missed that message, but yeah, you are correct, I believe. Actually, I'm pretty sure. I'm like 100% sure. Because that sounds right in my head. I need to hurry. We got 17 minutes. Alright. Let's see, get rid of that. Bolt action crap can go. Why a pump action shotty is worth less than a double barrel shotgun. I mean, I understand the damage difference, but honestly, look, you're not looking at 20 points worth of damage difference. And that's at level 45 between them, and the fire rate is lower. What? Fire rate 5, fire rate 36. What? Well, because you can pop off the 2 real quick. Yeah. Alright, let's go by train station. Or we can go to Foundation real quick. That's a good place to sell stuff real quick. Jay, you and your Wi-Fi. I feel bad for you. I really do. I feel bad for you, Jay. And there ain't nothing I can do about it. Theory on deck is going to be the U.S. was the only place that got riddled, returned fire. Launch codes are also deactivation codes. As generally speaking, I would think that you have to have the code to deactivate as well. And since how we know that in the Mothership Zeta DLC, Foundation's Vengeance is pretty nice. I like it. Not because I can do, I could throw lead around real hard. At the same time, I don't have to worry about, you know, I think I got the chest piece. Sturdy metal chest piece. We'll check. Out of my way. Out of my way, nameless NPCs. Oh hell, I can offload all of them. Beautiful. We're gonna work on them treasury notes.
There is only one Sunny. All other Sunnies are imposters.
Dog food. That I need to plant. Fancy lad snack cakes.
Shop at Sunny's. We have what you need.
Disease cure. Let's see, psycho test, psycho.
Trade with Sunny. Sunny has what you need.
All right, that'll work.
At Sunny, we have what you need.
You got the gold.
I knew you could. Oh. I got time. No, we're not going to rename the camp.
Attention citizens, nuclear strike imminent. Please exit the area at your earliest convenience.
Cranberry Bog.
Thank you for your cooperation.
Alright, so we'll go down to drop site. V9. Set us up a survival tent. I need to start making sure I go down for those ones at the Cranberry Bog to get those for the at least for the at the very least for the come on, Biggin. Come get you some of this. I had it or not now. Alright, now we got 4 minutes. Ultrasite torso, that's garbage. Ooh, ultrasite welded rebar. Okay, any more recipes? No more recipes. I may have all the recipes. Who knows? Does it just drop like, for any particular reason? There's all right. Let's see here.
Library out. I guess no one. You brothers pick this up. EL7 is cold. EL7.
Unauthorized access of secure transport container. Starting self-destruct countdown under dropkick protocol.
Nuclear key card. Might as well pick it up since we're here. Let's see. And Mothman Equinox. Let's go do that. Because that's always an event we can do that we can get credit for because it's on the thing. Through tomorrow, I think. Which I don't know if that means until the usual time, like 11 or my time, Central Standard Time, or correct Standard Time, as I like to call it. Oh goodness. Well, you'll notice we have the captain back here instead of Mr. Smiles, which is usually just my way of putting Mr. Smiles on a thing to display. Well, the way it works presently is he was in the fair And he won a grand prize. Let's see, where is it? Anybody showing up for this thing? We got 1, 2, maybe 3 over there. There's at least 2 thinking about doing this thing.
Children, listen well. 3 fires have been placed throughout the Wise One's home. Their light is a vital catalyst to our victory. The dim ones have attempted to contain our light. Destroy their vines encircling each pyre before
Don't join private teams.
each pyre is attended by a Wise One's observer. Only when the vines have been destroyed will the observers instruct you on your next task. Hurry now, children. His patience does not run as deep as his wisdom.
Hey, Miss Ziggy. Welcome to the party. Oh, we're gonna go this one. Oh, that one, me to get rid of the totems too. Ugh, we're just gonna have to go with the big one. Alright. Hey, thank you for the raid, Miss Ziggy. Much appreciated. Much appreciated. It's always nice to have folks show up and watch a little bit. Don't worry, I wouldn't normally just go around randomly killing animals, but it's part of this event, the Mothman event. So, you know. The recovery. Hold on. I will show you exactly how the recovery is going. Alright, let's see. Where's the image? Desktop. There we go. That's the image. There it is. There is the recovery right there. This is a couple days ago. It's now cleaned out. There you go. A little sneak peek of what's going on with me there. You got fresh bandages on it, and it's all cleaned up. And totems. Where are the totems at? Oh, there's one up there. Alright, I know what that is. That's... Oh, he was up there. Yeah, it's kind of hurts a little bit. It's somewhat annoying. It does hurt a little bit. Well, they better hurry up and get these things destroyed. So waiting for me to do all the work. My gosh. We're gonna be. I'm gonna be enjoying a new Fallout Theory video. I'm now gonna have to do because some strangeness dawned on me the other day that we don't really have a whole lot of lore. I'm about to dig into the lore on other countries as far as the nuclear war, the Great War as they call it in the game. to see what kind of damage we can confirm with the lore of Fallout. Alright, we need one more albino ragstag. Surely somebody's got one more albino radstag near them. Alright, now light the fire. And of course, I never get fast enough to...
Flames as I release the dust of our wise one into the air.
Yeah, this is the good one to stand at anyhow. This is the good one. There's a pyre over there by the water side, where that little dot is on the map there. There's also one over in the church.
It offers enlightenment, however brief it may be.
Yeah.
Breathe, children. Breathe.
Through his eyes, children. Let the dust and the flames and fumes fill you. Let it soak into your throats. Let it show you the truth. Prepare yourselves, for the heretic dim ones will be enraged by this vision. The reality of our wise one will send them into a frenzy. You must protect our sacred lights, the pyres from which wretched fiends. Without the fire's glow, our guest may refuse our invitation. Alright, first approach is done to the church up there where you see them all at. But they'll continue to attack. This is usually where most of them come from, right in there. Oh. Right in there. So we're in Point Pleasant, West Virginia right now, where this event takes place at the Mothman, Mothman Central, because this whole game is stationed in or set in West Virginia. For those who don't know Fallout, don't worry, I got you. And now I'm overweight. Honestly, I can probably get some of them from here. Where'd he go? That was a Mothman. It's actually a giant moth. Better reload. Does it hurt if I stand on the fire? Oh, it doesn't. Nice. Did I kill it? Oh, wait, there's some more. Alright, let's... I think now I can make my way on up. I'm way too heavy right now. I picked up way too much junk. That's half the problem, is you pick up way too much junk along the way. And I am terrible about just grabbing everything. Super jump. You can pick up at least mutations in this one. We gotta emote, do the emote key, the emote wheel up here, so I just do this. And there you are, ladies and gentlemen. The Mothman appears. And my character is in his power armor.
Allow the wise one to gaze upon you. Bask in his infinite.
That's why I like to be the first one up here so I can get a good shot. And of course, they also have the Mothman throne, which is pretty awesome. With the little totem they make. You can get one of those to put on your wall. It's just the owl, the Mothman itself. With the little owl. That is actually one of the Fosnock masks you can get. Alright, time to go to... well, time to go somewhere down here so I can... One of these buildings has a workbench in it, and I need to find it. While we're in here, we'll pick up some junk. Alright, so also, yeah, I'll take that, because this is just easy scrap. You can also sell the stuff to vendors at the train stations or at locations where there are NPCs. I love this game. My character's has a mutation called herbivore, which means he only eats vegetables. Cranberry relish. Oh. Do I have an odd number of cranberries? Yes, go ahead and make cranberry copper. Deathclaw steak. And some of this meat stuff I'll end up just selling at a vendor just to get rid of it. There are other good things you can do, like I've said before, with some. Yeah, actually, with as far as the gaming with my bandaged up hand, they said that I need to make sure I'm moving my fingers and keeping them active so they don't, you know, cause a problem. So I figured, you know, a little movement with the keyboard over here, since I'm on keyboard and mouse setup. Some people do the controller thing. I'm not gonna knock it. Although I'll knock it every chance I get when Jersey Girl's on, because that's her bread and butter, and I like to tease her with something unmerciful. Let's see here. You can't go over there, but I know there's something over there. These little drone bots are all stationed right over there. And you can't go over there, because that's where the map ends, along the river's edge. Like, they're showing up right up. Let's see where they pointed. Let's see where from me they're right that way. Okay, let's see where we're looking. Right over here. And I don't believe I can get over there. Wait, is it this one that I can go in? I think it may be this one. I wish it was more touch sensitive with the jump. Here's the nice little cultist blades you can get. Pretty spiffy with that antler horn, rat stag antler on the back for the handle. Speaking of which, I just got a hold of some antler, some deer antler, so I can make some knife handles out of that. Focus laser rifle, that's too heavy. Let's see, cryolator, that's not very heavy. And as you break stuff down, I'm scrapping it for parts and scrap metals and whatnot. You get plans and things you can modify your current stuff with. So like level 45 leaded marine armor left leg. I don't need it. If I scrap it, there's a chance one of the plans for a mod, like the leaded mod, will be available for me if I make that in the future. Same with that. But you got to, of course, have the plans for the armor itself. It's not too bad. It's a lot of hurry up and scrap for me because I am a hoarder. I'm terrible. Oh, he's the one blocking my camp. Okay. For those who don't know, there is a lot of signifiers here in this game. This game plus Fallout 4, the DLC, between the DLCs, Fallout 76, and I remember there was one from Fallout 3. But there's a lot of references of where everybody's arguing about where Fallout 5 is going to be. Fallout 76 is based on the year, not the order of the games. They're not 76 games, just for those of you who are new to the Fallout universe. This is my Museum of Natural History. You can come get your tickets right here, which basically means just buy something in the vending machine. In Georgia, in Elberton, Georgia, as I recall, I think it's where it's at. And it was just recently in the news. You had a huge event took place. I won't say huge, but it was notable. And that
Greetings, darling.
this is one of my allies that you get randomly. Something kind of went kablooey over there. And here in West Virginia, they have their own version of it. Why it is here, we don't know. But it is. These are the West Virginia Guidestones. I have a video on my YouTube channel of where I basically took the ones in our universe in Georgia, Elberton, Georgia, actually have or had writing on them. And let me facilitate your viewing pleasure. Georgia Guidestones. Transition. All right. Presently, it used to, it's some very creepy stuff. The stuff on there, like this is the first line. It's on and like, because there's 4 of them. There's 2 languages of the 8 of the most widely spoken languages on the planet, so that it translates. It's all the same. It gives them a good. I think this is also serves in doing that as a way to translate ancient text. Is from Bluefield. Bluefield. Where's Bluefield? Is that in Georgia? Oh, West Virginia? Sweet. But they have stuff on here. Maintain and populate humanity under 500 million. We are at 7.8, 7.9 billion right now. Guide progressive wise improving fitness and diversity. Unite humanity with a living new language. The stuff that's on here is like a precedent for a lot of scary stuff. Oh, look, we've got another. Oh, look. Hirgader there. All right. Let's see. Let's go. Let me extend this out here. I don't have a mod on here, so I will take absolute time from my day to report permader there. Let's see. For being a bot. Wait a minute. Let me read the text first. Let me make sure I'm right there. Oh yeah. It's a bot trying to sell views. I hate these. You can all feel free, chat, to make sure you note this bot and report them as a bot, and offering pay for viewers. What they're doing. And because they're about to get the old banhammer. Now that I'm done reporting them. Yeah, well, yeah, they do add a little bit to my views. A couple days ago, the Guidestones blew up. One of them blew up. Long treasured and feared. More feared than treasured. Because the shit that's on the Guidestones, if you think about it on a global scale, is scary. 500 million. Okay? But it's all text and it's all different languages. It's supposed to be 8 different languages, the most commonly spoken. There's nothing on the center pillar that I'm aware of. Except for the markings in the middle there, I think, which signify, I think it's pointing north, south, east, and west. As I recall. But I did a video on this and how it relates to the Guidestones here in West Virginia, which I don't believe we have any actually in West Virginia that I'm aware of. But as you see, instead of language, let me turn my headlamp off there. They're pictures. Now I strung all these pictures off of all the I put all these pictures on. There's 8 different pictures on each side, one on each side, and I put them all together, and it makes what looks like either a diagram or plan, like some kind of blueprint, or what I thought it really looked like more was once I put it together was a map. In that YouTube video, same welded name if anybody's interested to go watch that. You don't have to; it's not a requirement. Cranberry relish, cranberry cobbler. Alright, now you go visit my shelter. That's part of the. Then we'll go see what other dailies I gotta do. Because they do have seasons on here on the scoreboard, which is pretty neat little addition they started doing. I missed the first couple of them because I wasn't playing actively. I just kind of was breezing on through. Let's see. Jerry the King. Is that like Jerry the King Lawler? Okay. Bebop Cowboy. That sounds like fun. We're going to join that team. Why? I have no idea. Let me get to the... So you have your daily challenges, which I've got to repair armor, weapons, or power armor. Level up and complete a daily op, which I'll do a daily op. It's a uplink, so it shouldn't be hard to find a team. You have weekly ones that you do for points, and let's see. I need to do one more Mothman Equinox challenge. Daily ops. I need 2 daily ops, and I need to level up one more time, and then I'll have leveled up. But what it is, you go into once you've got those points from your and some of the challenges, like the daily and the weekly, they're based on the scoreboard. The ones down here, these are all ones you can get for basically in-game money instead of having to spend money to buy the extra stuff that games do these days. You can go destroy robots with an energy gun. I'm close to that, and it's 40 atom. Stuff like that. You can see down here I have 25. Basically, this is equivalent to about $25.02. Good stuff. But you have ways to get it for free. Mod one-handed, two-handed melee weapons. Melee. Repair chest armor, shotguns. And some of these dailies, as you do them, they will also work in these other survival. All I got left in this whole category I'm a survivalist, is collect wood. Collect wood. I need to collect it 1,596 more times. And that's not how many pieces of wood I gather, but how many times I collect wood, which is a pain in the ass, as you might understand, might want to know. So, what is the scoreboard? Each scoreboard is a little different. They give you, like I said, it's like progressing down. I'll quit doing it. Basically, like you start, and it's just like playing a board game. We have these audible things I'm going to do. I'm going to record those after the stream. It's like a little radio program, because this is like Swiss Family Robinson meets what's the one with Will Robinson, Lost in Space, sort of, because they got that little robot that's a protector of the kids, and the adults are off doing things and trying to survive, and it's a little radio serial that they put in here, and it's kind of neat little acting that they do. But they do make mistakes, which aren't necessarily mistakes when you listen to the radio programs. All the radio broadcast stuff will end up on either pirate radio, or it'll end up, which is something you can listen to in game via your Pip-Boy, which is your little wrist thing, for those of you who don't know, or it'll end up on one of the radio stations. All right, so let's enter that, and I get bonus because I'm a Fallout First member. That shipping container. So having Fallout First is $12.99. It's not a bad little purchase, because you get 1,300 or 1,200 Atom per month, and you get all the bonus stuff like the survival tent and stuff like that, which is fine. I mean, it's not a whole lot of money, and it just helps me out because I'm a hoarder like I am. Let's see, lunch boxes 5. Let's see, so that my next one is going to be lunch boxes of 5 count, and the Patrioteer outfit, which is that right there. I've already got the hat. I just need the outfit to go with it. Very steampunk. I kind of like that. Throw my goggles on with that, and that's a workable get up right there. Oh yeah, we got to get that. And of course, I'm at level 53 out of 100. Once you hit the max, it'll start giving you other stuff like Atom, script, the other currencies, and some other things that aren't like how you got that Secret Service dog statue and the Dread Island bundle or whatever. You won't be able to get any of that stuff anymore, but there'll be some of the random regular stuff you can get. Hello, new viewers. I see some of you have come back. All right. So challenges, where were we? I forgot. Daily op, repair armor and weapons. Okay. Let's hop out of this right here. Oh, wait a minute. Okay, I want to make sure I can see anybody who gets channel points, because, you know, there are the things we do here on the Welded Life channel. Let's see. Space, modify, and repair. This is a... Hold on. Let's open up the unopened. You get perk cards. These are things you can throw in under each category of your special stats. Special being strength, perception, endurance, charisma, intelligence, agility, luck. For those of you who are new. If you're not new, let me know so I can stop running my mouth like this. If you are new, let me know also. If some of you are just lurking from holdovers from Ziggy's, and I appreciate you lurking. All right. Let's see. Power armor parts. Cheaper to repair. Power patcher. Let's ditch batteries included. Power patcher. I should have power patcher at. All right, now I can always change those out at will with no expense. Oh, batteries included and power patcher. Let me put it back the way it was, because Because I realized I just fixed it and it didn't. I should have the ability to do it with, let's see, weapon artisan. Fix it good. And power patcher. Certain combinations will allow you to do things for cheaper. I'm trying to use as little resources as possible to repair my power armor, so I need certain cards. And see, that one it repaired at 100%, but you see something got that little white line, which is more than perfect. And that one, 200%. Alright. I need to check my power armor list. I should only have troubleshooter and aristocrat left, I think. I don't remember. Oops. Minimize you. Alright. Yeah, aristocrat, which is not what that is. Assassin. Torso. I've got a little chart showing my stars of legendary. These little stars out there. Never played 76. I would start with some of the older games. Fallout 3. It's if you can play Fallout 1 and 2, but they're not done in this first person kind of view. And you have to do a lot of work on your computer with newer computers to play the older games. Or you can go watch some old lore videos if you're feeling froggy. But the 1 and 2, and then there's some ones that happen in there. Brotherhood Tactics, which is kind of canon. It's kind of left up in the air whether it actually is or not. But Fallout 3, then Fallout New Vegas, and Fallout 4 should all be playable on your. I've played 3 New Vegas and 4. 76. There's the difference, and people get kind of touchy about it, and I understand. Is that the VAT system doesn't work. Like whenever you're in Fallout 3 and 4, you hit the VAT. In 4, it's slow-mo. Yeah, they're slightly moving. In 3, you freeze time altogether, basically. But in this one, you're actively moving. They'll actively be moving while you target them. Which is a little bit different than what most people are used to. You just got to be looking for that percentage that you like when you're going to pull the trigger. Alright, we got I've prepared them all. Now I'm going to scrap them because I don't need them. And as I scrap them, you'll get understandable for multiplayer. And honestly, what's funny is you can't really use VATS against another vault. Everybody's a vault dweller. They all come out of 76, and the lore behind it is I'll show you. Well, data 2104. So 2076, the bombs fell, or was it 2076? Yeah, the bombs fell. Not October, and everybody went into vaults or stayed on the surface and suffered. Of course, this clock is slowly moving in the years as they go, because because they're actually, it looks like they're actually progressing this game towards something as they add new stuff. The year has to change, I would imagine. The big complaint people originally had was that there was no real clear path to anything. So 76, 24, 28 years after the bombs fell. Wait a minute. There's more stuff to scrap. No? So this was one of the first vaults to really open of its own volition, not, and you know, as far as assassin, Gatling laser. So there's a whole lot of, you know, time that transpires between when this vault opens, everybody leaves, and actually it's 26 years after the bombs fall when they actually open. So the vault's been open for a few years now, but now you've got, most people complain that there's no clear-cut way to follow quests and stuff. You've got this thing about following the path where the Overseer went when she left the vault as your main storyline, and then you get this last holotape where she's in, I think, not Monongah, maybe it's Welch, and she's come across the mole miner people. What has got me so heavy? Is it a lot of ammo? That's garbage. But there's a lot of good lore in here, and there's other stuff. There's like not all of it's, you know. Hold on. And a scrapping system for refining ore and stuff to make lead for your weaponry and stuff. Alright. Let's go. Oh, a lot of my weight problem is... Did I put my thing back? Okay, I did. Yeah, I mean, there's a lot to this game. You can collect the comic books like you could in the other games, the bobbleheads as you see over there in the corner. Here's all the seasons. I've completed 4 seasons, about to be a 5th. So... I'm waiting for a specific... We're going to go up to White Springs Station. The train stations you find have vendor bots that were there post-war, but as these settlers that were still around. Like you had responders here. You had this basically a cavalcade of the surviving firemen, nurses, ambulance people, anybody who had those kind of those first responder jobs, the responders, and that was kind of their little group, and they would teach other people how to survive so they could navigate this new world with all the radiation and all that, and how to treat water and things like that. So that's the first thing you end up doing is come across the responders, and they didn't last because of this thing called the Scorch Plague. So you have ghouls, but you got scorched, which basically looks like a ghoul you left in the oven too long, and they got little green glowing shards of ultracite growing out of them. Which is a whole. Thanks for the follow 21 minutes ago, by the way, there, Live Heat. Secret. Come to the White Springs train station. Right here. See, there's Vault 76 where you come. If you come right here and you wait long enough, sometimes you will find beautiful things in that little chest right there. Let's see. Let's get that out of there. This walking cane. Alright. Oh, wait. There was armor in there I needed to get rid of. What about my Exterminator T45? How does it look? The legendary effect I'm talking is a legendary effect on that C. This is... Okay, so I don't need that. This I'm selling for script because you can turn around and use that script to when you're at your workbench to randomly try to roll for legendary perks or legendary effects on your weaponry.
May I be of assistance?
And sometimes you come over here, you'll notice there's a legendary Juggernaut short plasma pistol. Quad short ultrasight laser pistol. It's a cheap way
Serve and protect.
and get cheap. Let's see. It's a cheap way to get
Serve and protect.
legendary stuff to script for the legendary effect stuff. Let's see. Deathclaw Stake.
May I be of
This is why I'm so heavy. No, we're going to hold on to that. I'll eat that in a second. Actually, that's going to spoil. I like to get rid of my food before it spoils in my inventory.
at your service, sir. May I be of assistance?
I'm holding on to the mentats to help me make some berry mentats later. And I've got some stuff in here I need to get rid of as well. Long story on the Nuka-Cola vaccinated. You got to play the game for that. It's just better that way. If Jersey ever joined me, I can sell her some sugar.
Serve and
Sometimes it gets a little monotonous doing this stuff. It's just their way to keep you engaged. Wait a minute. Did I hear Graham wandering by? It's Super Mutant Skirmisher. Oh, I thought it was going to be Graham. I don't know why he's sliding around like that. Alright, let's get rid of that. Must carry. Alright, that'll work. Script, you can trade off over at the Rusty Pick, which is down in the ash heap. The rest of that can get put away for now. Alright. Let's see, where to go now? Let's see, our challenges say I need to do a daily op. So I'm going to leave team. Then we're going to create a new team for daily op. While we're waiting for people to join. Oops, didn't mean to do that.
May I be of assistance?
Let's see, daily ops uplink with
And protect.
volatile and piercing gaze. Ah. Yeah, he joined my team. Apparently he wants to play. He sees me on and he's like, ah. Volatile means they're going to explode, and piercing gaze means I can't hide with any kind of camouflage or any stealth boy stuff. So apparently he doesn't know that he needs to. Wait, right here. He's level 34. He might not realize that he needs to go to his map. And then, because you have to go to your map, and then you have to come down to this to do it. He's also an awful low level. Screw it, we'll go without.
This is the Brotherhood of Steel. Readings from uplinks in this area have stopped coming through. Find them, fix them. Get to the signal repeater ASAP. Repair it first before finding those uplinks. That is ASAP. So hustle. There's the signal repeater
It didn't have to be finished in record time. We'll see how long it takes me to solo one of these. Haven't tried to solo one in a long while, but these are probably the easiest to solo because you can stand in one spot and let the enemy come to you.
First signal's calibrated. We're not done yet. Head to uplink 2 and hustle.
Here we go.
Second uplink is starting to come through now. You got this, team.
Explosive rounds are great.
Attention citizens. Nuclear strike imminent.
Kinbury Bog. There we go. Probably won't make the 8-minute mark. Where'd that come from? There you are. There's something over there, but it won't want to. It doesn't want to poke its head out and.
Great work. We're not out of the woods yet. It's clear that the area's still a hotbed of hostiles. I'm sending you some coordinates. Move out.
Alright, so we're going to run past all them. They'll follow, and they'll end up being my targets here in just a second. I wonder if I can get it under 8.
Weapons hot, team. Let's get their attention.
Alright, now where are they at? Not too bad for, what was it, 8 minutes and 49 seconds. For a solo, not bad. Let's see what we got. We didn't get the Elder rewards. Got a few little things here. Not bad. Not bad. For solo, Uplink probably the best one. Decryption's a little harder because you have to hunt down things. Then go hit one of those little radio station, little beacon things. But you gotta go hunt them down to get the key. Hunt them down. A batch of them, like 8. It's 8, 10, and 12. To do 3 different ones. And that last one, you have to hunt them. Then you get the location of a key, and there'll be like 3 or 4 with a little diamond over their head, little icon. You got to hunt them down and get the key. Then you have to go deactivate their little beacon thing. Then you have to. Yeah, it's just much easier to do it like that. To do this one. Oh. Well, we'll join another Mothman event. It's fun. Most people, like I said, most people got mad because there were no NPCs originally. It was just a whole bunch of you trying to track down the overseer and trying to follow a storyline and getting off on tangents. You find a rusted key. You don't know where the rusted key goes to, but you've got a rusted key. You know, when you think about the logic of, I found a rusted key. It looks important because it's a rusted key. Figuring out where it goes is ridiculous. Which, if you find the rusted key, it's Freddy Fears up top in the apartment. How to get into certain, there's the TNT domes. They have those in the game. So, life, just to let you know, that's they do have a lot of stuff. They even have I'm sure you've seen this if you're from West Virginia. You've been to see the actual Mothman statue, but they actually have a little note here. It is a tribute to I don't know if that was a tribute to somebody or not. I don't remember. Well, I'll learn how to operate these damn controllers here in a second. I'll get this going here in a second.
Children, listen well.
He sounds like Stewie. He sounds like Stewie. Just make sure you have some Cool Whip.
Have attempted to contain our light. Destroy their vines encircling each pyre before we proceed. Each pyre is attended by a wise one's observer. Only when the vines have been destroyed will the observers instruct you on your next task. Hurry now, children. His patience does not run as deep as his wisdom.
The dead bodies are from the false
Do you smell the metallic sweet aroma? That's one of the purest white
Radstag. Alright, so we gotta. So we have to go kill the albino Radstags as a sacrifice for the Mothman. Oh, he's up there. That's like. Alright, where are those cultist prophets? They're usually running around down in here somewhere. Usually there's one hiding up in these. We'll go up to the church. You can also see the tombs of the Mothman, which is kind of one of those little. It was slightly pre-war, like before the war started. Some people were going crazy and like started their own like Church of the Cult of the Mothman or whatever, and they eventually died at the hands of people worshiping the interloper. That little blip. Seriously? We're not going to get enough Radstag blood? Oh, there's one through here. There's a blood trough somewhere. It's almost like they're trying to prevent.
Have been prepared. The summoning shall commence once each of the pyres has been reached. Go, ignite the flames as I release the dust of our wise one into the air.
All right.
Ah, yes.
Ugh, the blurry vision.
Brief it may be. Breathe, children. Breathe. See the world now through his eyes, children.
We'll go up here to the church.
Dust and flames and fumes. Feel you. Let it sink into your hearts. ones will be enraged by this vision. The reality of our white one will send them into a frenzy. You must protect us, the fires from them tragedy. Refuse our invitation. The teen ones approach the church. Slay them, children. Offer no quarter.
No quarter to ask, none given.
The Bridges Pyre is the heretic's next target, children. You must keep it safe.
Yep, that's where we head next. So that's the church.
The heretics bring foul truths with them. Let not your eyes deceive you. All you see before you is these twisted shadows all serve the will of the false one.
I guess I'll go.
Wavering fools attack from all sides. Leave no pyre unguarded. Leave no heretic left standing.
Oh, about out of 5mm. Seriously?
The wise one draws near. He waits our signal.
Oh,
Return to me upon the museum's rooftop. We must invite him to us to show him our love and our gratitude. Dance, sing, shout, expel bile from your guts. Show emotion. You hear us, wise one? Wise Mothman. You accepted our invitation.
the Mothman dance. Alright. I need 5mm if I'm going to use this thing. And a lot of it. Alright. shooting at? Let's see what all goodies got left around, left up here. Sometimes they don't pick up, and it's important we clean up after ourselves. Here are the display cases inside the church, for the Church of the Mothman. I'll give you a good, these are actually readable. I've got a whole video on what they say. I kind of do a little amateur voice acting. And you can actually play the instruments, most of them. Some of them are just there like items to pick up, like you could put on display or something. Now let's hop out of this. Hop out of my tin can for a minute. Both of those plans are terrible. I don't have any. Almost to the top. It's all the notes and stuff I pick up along the way. Get rid of those and the pipe pistol, any kind of pipe, anything, pipe rifle, sledgehammers, or let's see what to do now. Now, challenges, I level up. If I do a Mothman at 11, that will finish up that. I need one more daily op. They need to do a Mothman version of the power armor. I think that would be pretty neat. Go to the White Spring while we wait for people to join our daily op party, because there's no guarantee that it will stay as an uplink. Uplinks are the easiest, in my opinion, my humble opinion. Oh, thank you once again to Jay for the subscription. Not required. But if I hit the 15 sub points, I'm at 3 and I hit the 15 mark, I plan to go out to the shop and do a stream out in the shop where we make a custom item for one of the people on there at random. Hey! Welcome! Party of 3. The John... Yes. The genius. The genius. I get it. Haha! Clever! Thanks for the raid with Party of 3. Welcome to the stream. I am Welded Life. I guess I should give you the whole spiel I usually give. Which goes a little... Let's see. Where's it at? Hold on. Which goes a little something like this. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, to the Welded Life live stream. I'm your host, Welded Life, coming to you live from sunny My Wife's Craft Room here in wacky and wonderfully wild, while wistfully wasteful, the wondrous Western Kentucky. Welcome, wasteland wanderers, to what I will wager walks willingly and wantonly to weird whereabouts when wishing worthwhile wages were working their way within reach. We here with the Welded Life watchings want to wet your whistle with warped wells of wisdom. Welcome, one and all. So that's how we do that. Usually that's my intro. So, of course, post intro music, which I have intro music that's awesome from the Stupendium. Alright, let's try, and nobody's joining the Daily Op team. I'm glad you like it, and thank you for the follow. Appreciate that. It's a bit of a tongue twister when you're doing all them W's. Because it was Western Kentucky, so I was like, I want to throw that W in there. Let's see if we can... I started off as a slight alliteration. The wacky and... I can't even remember half of it. Wacky and wonderfully wild, while wistfully wasteful. The wondrous Western Kentucky. And I thought, how long can I make this alliteration go? So I sat and I thought, I was like, we got to maybe go right into like a short whatever on it or something. I didn't know. And that's what it became. And if I can figure out a way to make it longer, I'm gonna. Alright. Nobody's coming along for the ride. Oh, that's why. Radiation Rumble. That's why. Radiation Rumble. That's where the fun is at. If you want legendary items, do a Radiation Rumble. I need to get down here, and I need to quick, fast, and in a hurry make some 5mm. Don't do it yet. I gotta make ammo. I had to tell him. Oh, I don't know about wisely. That's a... You may have walked them into something they don't want to hear. I get a little nasty of them. I get a little nasty mouth. I get a little foul mouth. I make sailors cry. Or maybe you did drop them off at the right place. Ooh. They keep saying about the raw asbestos. I'm tired of hearing about the raw asbestos from these NPCs. I'm telling you what. I'm just tired of it. Let's see. Alright, let's try. Let's make some more. Alright. Alright, you can hit it when you're ready. Hopefully they'll... Alright, let's...
like us messing around down there, so gather as much as possible before they overwhelm us.
All right.
Let's go.
Gene, do you do the Fallout 76 or you play other games? I understand. Well, it's changed. I don't know how long ago you played. It has changed quite a bit, and they've added a lot of extra stuff in there to kind of get the game moving a little bit. All right, let me go gather some irradiated ore. I love Great Nuka-Cola. It's when you have the Nuka-Cola perk, it takes care of everything in one fell swoop, and you don't have to worry about heals or anything. But I don't get them as often as I'd like, and I hate burning them up. And this trick with this is just shoot everything and then wait to the end to try and loot. Alright, we're gonna go gather some ore. I'm done running the ore. Alright, we're gonna go back to two-shot grenade launch, auto grenade launcher. Gotta watch that one. I can't see her. One more machinist, one left. Alright, it's completed.
Come back with rat protection if you want to survive down here.
Ugh. Alright, bloodied crossbow. Okay. What else did we get? Berserker short plasma. We got us some armor out of the middle section. Gorman cultist dagger, and it's 1 star.
Money makes the world go round.
Troubleshooter missile launcher, 1 star. Auto stem right wood right leg. Well, that's all for that. I'm going to have to go to sleep. Keep lurking though. Have a good one. You too, man. I appreciate you dropping your friends off here for what I will hope is an enjoyable stream. I won't be here much longer myself. Let's see. Do we have anything else? Armor, Raider, left arm. We don't need that. Okay. Let's see, challenges. Level up. I need to level up 1 time. Let's see, how close am I to leveling up? Close. That's not far off. tell me. Where is it? I'm supposed to show it somewhere. Alright. Let's go to... West Tech. That's a good place. We can go level up there. Lots of super mutants running around there. Shouldn't be too bad of a time. Machine gunning our way through there. And thank you for the follow, Genius. 13 minutes ago. I'm sorry I missed that, you know. What with in a fire, being in a firefight and whatnot. Nothing like shooting ghouls and radiation rumble. Literally fish in a barrel. Radiation barrel. You gotta get them out of the radiation barrel so they don't heal and then shoot them. Ghouls. Alright, let's go pick a fight with some super mutants. Hey, Jolly Green Jackass. Suck lead. The vampire's Gatling machine gun. The problem I have here is that we keep getting there's no end in sight for the super mutants, which is fine because I mean the game has to respawn every so often. Lots of things. People have also been over here farming this and just leaving stuff. It tends to cause a problem as a server gets junked up with all this collection of garbage. Because nobody knows how to pick up after themselves. Alright. Oof. A little closer. Ooh. Hunter's T-45 left arm. That's nice. Oh, here he comes. Get back here, you... Oh, he's sad. Alright. And you find legendaries laying around sometimes. How neat is that? This is because people don't come over and clean up their stuff. They don't come clean up their mess. They come over here and make a mess of all these super mutants and don't clean up. Supposed to be cleaning up the wasteland. Getting an early start because this is chronologically the first game, chronologically speaking, so we should be starting the cleanup efforts here in West Virginia. Look at her. It just does. Every time you go around and you play the game and you see that little thing that says it has a chain and letters floating in the middle of the air, and then you have It's one that runs like a cross. It's just this chain. I believe that's because people left too much stuff lay around. Alright, let's go do... Let's change to daily ops. We'll go into the daily op and see if he follows. If not, I'll just do a daily op and solo it again. I wish I could get it under 7 minutes, but I don't think the runtime just doesn't let me between areas. And that last boss, he's just rough. Jerry King. Alright. Alright. Oh, he's busy dying somewhere. It's fine.
This is Dodge. Brotherhood needs the uplinks in this area operational to track enemy movements. Head to the signal reader. We need it repaired to communicate with the uplinks. Double time.
And boom.
Okay. Repeater's coming through now. Head to the first uplink. Let's get them connected. There we go. I'm seeing the signal calibration has started. It's weak, but it's there. Keep an eye on it.
All right, Life. Great to have you, man. I hope you come back to see me sometime. Hope you make a regular venture over here to the Welded Life channel. Only shows one of us over here by it. I think it's glitched. Yeah, I think it's glitched. Yeah, this is terrible. It's glitched. It says speed 1. There's 2 of us over there. It's glitched. It's all get out. I don't know why. Let me head back up there to him. Maybe that'll affect it. Honestly, it can keep feeding them to me at this point. I'm okay with it because it's experience points I'm going to get when they drop. I need to level up anyway. And he hasn't realized it yet, but he's getting a free power level. There's the level. Yeah, it's glitched. You may want to go ahead and bail out. If you quit the team, it'll drop you out of the mission. I won't leave until you do, because it's glitched and we ain't gonna be able to succeed. He heard me. You know, I think it gives you like 15 minutes in here to do all this, so. And that'll just drop me off. Okay, well, that was fun. Except for getting stuck and it would not letting me finish. Okay, that's alright. It's okay. I'll finish another one tomorrow. It's always tomorrow. Horizon Zero Dawn. Oh, Horizon Zero Dawn. That is a beautiful game. If anybody ever gets a chance to play it or watch somebody play through it, it's a beautifully redone, remastered game. Highly recommend. I have not played it myself, but it looks amazing, and it's old. It's not a new game. It's been out for a minute, and I think they've added stuff to it. Alright, let's head to... I need to be at a train station. And at this point, this is where I'm going to say farewell to everybody. It's been real fun. I'm going to do this probably again tomorrow morning. I usually do them on about 8 o'clock, sometimes 6. I usually stay on about 10 or 11 because that's lunchtime. So whatever time it is right now, it's almost 11. It's 6 till 11 right here where I'm at. So that way you can kind of figure out that I started playing about 3 hours from now. So if you want to come catch me again, I don't know what time zone everybody's in and the math on it. So whatever time it is with you right now, take 3 hours back. You come see me tomorrow. If I'm on, I'm going to try to be on. Can't guarantee anything, but I will try very, 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 very hard. What is it with that fuzz? Okay, never mind. I will try very, very hard to be on tomorrow for everybody. Loved having everybody stop by. The raids were amazing. Tell you what, let's do this. Let me. We're gonna go to Twitch, and we're gonna find us somebody to. I don't remember what is it. /raid space, and the thing. Let's find somebody. Let's keep it in the 76 house. Let's see who's out there. Oh, live channel, Emmett Smith. Let's see. Let's listen a little bit first. I don't want to just dump anybody into something. Oh, German. Okay. Doesn't do us any good. We want English. I'm assuming everybody's... I can't... I'd love to say hi, but... I no speak of the Deutsch. Let's see, English, let's see, 28 viewers, 36. We want to find somebody that's got a low number of viewers. Because I, with the help of raids, was affiliated the day before, like 2 days before my birthday. I got affiliate because of people like Miss Ziggy, Genius there he hadn't rated me at that point, but also More Bass had rated. So I want to pay it forward to find English speaking, low viewership. Let's see. 6. Who's our low winner here? English. 2 viewers. Hi, I'm Panther96. Maybe the winner here. If you know of anybody that we need to raid, one viewer Spanish. I don't know if it's English or not. It's French or something. Okay. Who is this? Let's see. Let's go. Follower chat only. See now I don't do the follower chat only. You got to be able to. You don't have to be a follower to chat with me. So I expect the same from whoever's going to get the raid. Annihilation Nation Fallout 76. Okay. Let's see if he notices. Now, we're going to test him. Would you like a raid? Love to, but I like streamers who because I got to keep y'all engaged, right? He's talking to us, so. Alrighty. Incoming. Ready the emojis, folks. Ready the emojis. We're going in hot. We're going in hot. Y'all have a great day, and I will catch y'all next time. Make sure y'all click on over to this stream.